Pronounced Wootton Wawen, the church is a dash of wildness in urbane surroundings. It also reminds us that English architecture embraces a whole millennium. On first view, the building is as baffling outside as in. Buttresses jut out at odd angles, Saxon windows peek from hidden corners. The southeast corner appears to have a tithe barn attached to it, yet one with decorated windows. On entering, we are told that this is not one church, but 3 churches, which adds to the confusion. Each age has subtracted little, but added something to Wootton Wawen. At the heart of the church, a Saxon crossing survives, now a secret sanctuary with modern stained glass in its north wall by Margaret Traherne, who designed the Chapel of Unity window at Coventry Cathedral. The north wall of the nave is Norman. The chancel and south aisle are early Gothic, but there are the less interesting parts of the church. We now move through to the large southeast chapel, the apparent tithe barn. Here the church presents an atmospheric jumble of walls and windows, vistas and secluded corners, run down but not dejected, and filled with the impedimenta of Wootton citizens over the centuries. The southwest chapel, reached through the vestry from the south aisle, is a museum in itself. Its complex history can be traced in the guidebook. Why the 14th century builders decided to extend what would have been a side chapel eastwards and on such a scale when so much else awaited rebuilding is a mystery. Presumably, a patron offered money for a specific purpose. The chapel east window is filled with flowing decorated tracery, as are the 2 south windows beneath the steeply pitched roof. The walls of the chapel have tracings of wall paintings and a clutter of 17th and 18th century monuments. The most eccentric is to Francis Smith, who died in 1605, lying uncomfortable but surrounded by fine Jacobean strapwork. Here too is an old clock, 2 parish chests, and some faded hatchments. A perpendicular screen divides the chapel from the chancel, with its unusual east window tracery. The latter I would term curvilinear perpendicular, technically double leaf strip. The east windows have fragments of medieval stained glass, but are mostly clear. The trees outside wave in unison with the tracery. Medieval bench ends have Gothic panels, as do the old tombs of the Harewells. These are of the 15th and 16th century, with alabaster effigies. The rest of Wootton is like an attic in which anything of interest is helpfully labelled: an old bookcase, a lost carving, a fragment of a charter, faded photographs of Victorian vicars. It contrasts delightfully with the best kept churchyard outside and the road crashing past to Birmingham.